What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, only racist like Tom Aspinall. Let's just be real with this. You have all these people trying to destroy John Jones's legacy, trying to call John Jones this, call the every great black man in American history, white people hate. And not just white people, but the bare belly, redneck ass, inbred white people hate all great black men. Mayweather's entire it doesn't matter who Mayweather beat, these white men still had shit in their mouth. Look how they drove Mike Tyson into fucking insanity. Look at how they fucking criticized Roy Jones Jr. Fucking Israel Adesanya, fucking even Daniel Cormier. Like every great black man is hated by white people. That's how you know you did something great. Kanye West, hated by white people. Hated by white people to the point that he had to vote for Donald Trump to preserve whatever the fuck was left of his life. It's insanity. It's crazy. Let's analyze this shit. So John Jones has literally built his entire career in the light heavyweight division. I wrestled, so that's like being 189 for most of your wrestling career. You wrestle at 189, that's always been your weight class. And then, like, you get a little chunky one year, you might go up to 215. But heavyweight is a much different fucking monster. Every guy that John Jones has fought in heavyweight thus far has been right around his size. They're guys that could probably bounce down to light heavyweight if they really wanted to, if they had the opportunity. Not Francis Ngannou, but he's never fought him before. Daniel Cormier tried to go down to light heavyweight, but really couldn't have did it. You know, so John Jones is a light heavyweight. He wanted to experiment with going up to heavyweight, didn't know if it would work, didn't know if it would be good or not, but he went up to heavyweight. He's not a heavyweight. He's not a one hit KO type of guy. He's a very methodical, technical fighter. He's the type of guy that will break you down over rounds and rounds and rounds. And then once he sees that moment of weakness, that killer instinct hits in. Tom Aspinall is just he's some fat white guy. He's some fat white kid. And it's like you're saying that John Jones, Alex Pierre is probably the scariest man ever. You know, you saw him spar with Sean Strickland, and I get it, you see him spar with Sean Strickland, but it shows how badass Sean Strickland is because he got in there with Alex fucking Pierre. I don't get this kind of undermining of Stipe, this undermining of Alex Pierre, because it's like Stipe is Croatian. So in the mind of the racist white supremacists, oh, he's not really white. Alex Pierre is Brazilian, so he's not white. We don't care about him. We don't want to. And it's like these racist white people really think the world revolves around them, their perspective, and what the fuck they want. Your day is coming to an end. Your time is coming. Like this Trump presidency is going to be the worst thing that ever happened to white people in God's almighty name. It's going to be the worst thing that ever happened to white people on planet Earth. In all of human history, Donald Trump being president is going to be the worst thing that ever fucking happened to you. Why? Because you guys do shit like this. You have a guy who's beaten nobody, Tom Aspinall, and you're going to compare him to Alex Pereira? I get it. Alex is down at 165. John Jones literally just got done fighting a week or so ago. He are like let's get into this like and like step by step. John Jones is already contracted to fight Stipe. John Jones is already in a training camp to fight Stipe. At a random fucking event, some fat white kid puts his hand on John Jones' shoulder, and now every racist white guy on the internet is going, "Oh, he's trying to establish dominance." What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you crazy people? He put his hand on his shoulder. He didn't want him touching it. He moved it away. You're acting like he put his hand there and he's just massaging John Jones' shoulder, nuzzling him softly, giving him soft, tender kisses and whispering sweet nothings into his ear. That's not what happened. The interaction lasted literally 5 seconds. It was a 5 second interaction. He's like, "Hey, I would love to get into there one day with you, with your chump, please, pretty please, champ, pretty please, Can I slob on your knob, John Jones?" That's what Tom Aspinall did in real fucking life. That's what this fat little white kid did in real fucking life. He stepped up to the biggest guy in the prison yard, and he tried to punk him. And when he did, he's like, oh, man, please, it would be such an honor, sir. Please, sir, it would be so nice, sir." No, it's okay. I don't want. I'm good. I'm all right. He's afraid of him. He's scared of Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall has not had a single fight more than one round, and I get how you think that is a good idea, but look at when fucking Tyson Fury fought Usyk. Once it really went the fucking distance like that against someone that he can't just knock out, he can't just take down, Tyson Fury lost. John Jones is Alexander Usyk in that situation. He is the technical fighter in that situation. He's already beat a guy with it. He's already beat Lyoto Machida. He's already beat a guy with a blitz. He's so fast and explosive. He's a fat white kid knocking out nobodies. He's beat 18 nobodies. John Jones will do coke off his fucking forehead and then beat his ass. John Jones has put down the baddest men to ever walk the face of the earth. Everyone that John Jones has defeated was a champion, championship material. Every single one. Man's undefeated. Tom Aspinall has had 9 losses. He's beat 18 nobodies with knockouts. And you think that John Jones is afraid of him? This kid isn't Mike Tyson. He's Jake Paul. Tom Aspinall saw Jake Paul. He saw Logan Paul. And he's like, I want to be a pro brother too. I want to be like Jake Paul. Tom Aspinall has bills to pay. No one's paying to watch Tom Aspinall fight. Nobody knew who this fat white kid was until the situation with John Jones. And now every racist white supremacist on the planet is like, he's going to knock out John Jones. He's not. He's not. To the point that the fight could literally never happen. And there are still people like me that are going to defend John Jones' legacy because who the hell is this fat white kid? You know, you guys got this weird issue of trying to beat. Why doesn't Tom Aspinall fight someone his age and his size? If the whole point of this is John Jones is trying to pick on Alexander Pereira. Nobody can bully Alexander Pereira. It's not. Like, you guys are overlooking guys who would kill you. Stipe would literally murder a solid 95% of men on earth. That last 5% is John Jones and Stipe. Because Stipe beat Stipe. Stipe got into Stipe's head. Stipe beat Stipe. He had that fight. And you're like, oh, he's fighting the old guy. This is like the white supremacist psychobabble. This is really like the white supremacist fucking confirmation bias, the delusion that these people live in. He's fighting Stipe. Stipe's an old man. He's older than him. Okay. John Jones is older than Tom Aspinall. You're still talking about the fight, are you not? Like Alexander Piera. Alex Piera, he's smaller than John Jones. John Jones is a bully. But John Jones is smaller than Tom Aspinall, right? So this logic only applies when it's a black person. Do you notice this with these people? Trump is a fucking pedophile. Andrew Tate's a fucking pedophile. Mr. Beast fucks with pedophiles. White people love these guys. They love them. Drake can never release music again. He's only half black. He's only half black. He can never release music away. Now his white side's trying to take his black side to court. This is the freaking cognitive dissonance of the racist white supremacists. So it's okay if Tom Aspinall fights a guy who he's bigger than and he's younger than. That's not a problem. But if John Jones does it, John Jones is afraid of the white guy. Alex Pereira is way scarier than Tom Aspinall will ever be a day in his fucking life. No one knows who the fuck Tom Aspinall. Nobody knew who the fuck Tom Aspinall was before he put his hand on John Jones' shoulder. He's trying to get the rub. He got the rub. He rubbed John Jones' shoulder and he became relevant. He got the taste of that from all you racist white supremacists riding on his dick after that. And then what does he say? I don't really care about the fight because it's like you guys have there's two types of guys. The first type of guy, if you know anything about bodybuilding, is like, oh, I don't want to fight Tom Aspinall. I'm scared. Uh, this was the response that you actually got. Eh, yeah, I don't really need that fight. Mm, I don't really care. He mentally already defeated Tom Aspinall. And since that day, he has been kicking Tom Aspinall's head in within his mind, within his third eye. John Jones has been whooping the shit out of Tom Aspinall ever since then. What has Tom Aspinall done? Oh, well, I don't really care so much about fighting John Jones. I would just really like the belt. I would just like to know that I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion, and I don't really need to fight John Jones. Maybe John Jones will retire before he fights me. Yes, yes, please. Maybe because now you guys got this kid into some shit he can't get himself. Tom Aspinall knows he cannot beat John Jones. He wants to feed you racist white supremacists. He's stuck on his own haterade. He's stuck on his own cognitive fucking dissonance. You don't go from whenever he's in front of a group of people, he's like, "Yeah, I can beat John Jones," like Rampage Jackson said. And Rampage wasn't old. Rampage was bigger than John Jones too. Tom Aspinall really don't got it like that. I really don't know what the fuck you guys are watching. I really don't know what kind of fights. I've been looking at this guy's stuff. He's not he is not as good as anybody John Jones has fought. He's a fat white kid. You remember like Roy Country Nelson? He's like a taller version of Roy Nelson. That's Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is the British colonial colonist version of Roy Country Nelson. And now ask yourself, could John Jones beat Roy Country Nelson? You bet his ass he could. Is it going to be an easy fight? No. Is it going to be like the Alexander Gustafsson fight? No. Why? Because Alexander Gustafsson, I don't know how to say you fucking all these fucking weird ass names that you people have. These are you guys say, right? These names you people have. No, it was a slobber knocker. Why? Because Gustafsson has a fucking gas tank. Because Gustafsson is a fucking cardio machine. It's a real competition. It's gonna go the distance. What is Tom Aspinall gonna do? I'm tired now. I'm tired. The match has to stop. I'm tired. I'm tired. He's got some heavy hands. He could put people to sleep. That's great. He's a completely untested, unproven fighter. He's never had a fight out of the first round. And once you saw Mike Tyson fight someone that could take him more than one round, Mike Tyson didn't have no fucking gas tank either. There's a limit to that strategy. I'll give you this. There's not a lot of tape on him. I'm pretty sure if you look back in time, if you dug on him, there's probably plenty of fucking tape. But there's not a lot of tape on him. Because he hasn't fucking beaten anybody. Why does Jake Paul get all this criticism? Jake Paul has been training in boxing since I was in college. You know, so we're talking like probably like a decade. You know, maybe not professional fighting. I'll give you that. But he's been training in boxing for probably about 10 years now. Jake Paul doesn't get a pass. He's beat some pretty. You didn't say the Tyrone Woodley fight was fake. Jake Paul stepped in there with Tyrone fucking Woodley. Logan Paul is going in there with some of the greatest wrestlers of all time. It's like, why do you have a different parameter, you racist white supremacists? Why do racist white supremacists have a different parameter when it's one of them versus anyone else that is not a racist white supremacist? You give every single racist white supremacist a free pass. You guys, you are the same people, the exact same people that made Floyd Mayweather murder Ricky Hatton. You made him kill Ricky Hatton because he was the Great White Hope. You guys keep trying to bring these Great White Hopes. You drink your own Kool-Aid a little too much. You've been living with your head in your asshole a little too long. And you need to see the light of day. You're not better than anybody because you're white. Maybe if you actually worked hard, maybe if you actually had some character, maybe if you actually did some fucking training and some cardio. But you guys always want one of these skinny, fat white dudes to beat the best black man. Why? So that you all can feel tough. You don't want Tom Aspinall to fight John Jones because you actually think Tom Aspinall has a chance in fucking hell of beating John Jones. You don't. You want Tom Aspinall to fight John Jones so that you can live vicariously through Tom Aspinall and you could feel like you have a shot against beating the world's greatest. Because every single time a black man nears that corner, becoming the greatest, one of the best ever, you racist white supremacists are like, no, there's one more thing. There's something else that he has to do. No, that's not enough. You have to do this too. Oh well, you might be the greatest in that division, but can you go to heavyweight? Okay, when you play, well, why don't you fight someone bigger than you? Why don't you fight someone bigger than you? Okay. You want to fight anybody bigger than you? Well, I guess you're not the greatest of all time. Then. Yeah, give him the fight. Give him the fight for what? What has he really done? What has he done? Who's he beat? I'm just being real. Who's he beat? I looked at the fucking list. This guy's a nobody. Tom Aspinall couldn't sell you an aspirin if you had a migraine. Tom Aspinall couldn't sell you grass seed in the middle of springtime. Tom Aspinall couldn't even sell shoveling snow after a fucking snowstorm. Tom Aspinall couldn't sell sight to the blind. Tom Aspinall can't even sell food to the starving. So it's like, even if he is a half decent fighter, nobody knows who the fuck this guy is outside of that one single interaction. And all you did was, he's the same size as John Jones. He could beat him. No. No. In any fight ever, everyone has a puncher's chance. Everyone has a puncher's chance. Mike Tyson had a puncher's chance against Jake Paul. He didn't take it. Everyone saw it. Everyone saw the shot. Everyone saw the angle. Everyone saw the punch. He couldn't take the shot. Mike Tyson is a father, grandfather. He's been trying to slay the beast, and I think for Mike Tyson, the fight with Jake Paul was probably one of the most cathartic moments of his life because he no longer had to be the monster. He no longer had to be the demon. He no longer had to be the god of war. John Jones is the fucking god of war now. John Jones is just a mean-spirited, evil bastard doing his best to be a saint, and it ain't working. And you want this roly-poly, sweet as apple pie, little white kid to get in the ring with a fucking monster from upstate New York who's had to deal with racism and racist white supremacy his entire life. Do you see how extra mean John Jones is when he fights a white guy? Do you see like how he puts a little extra spicy mustard on it when he's fighting a white guy? He's fighting a black guy. He's like, yeah, man, I'm better than you. It's like, whatever. If it's a white guy, he's like, I'm going to kill you. Okay. That's John Jones. I've not seen him look remotely nervous a single time. He's like, yeah, well, if you want me to do this fight, you need to pay me a shit ton of money. Why? Because they don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to do it because I'm scared. No, it's like, who fucking cares? Like, every single fight you walk into, you might lose. You guys don't fight. You guys don't train. You guys just... You don't even show your face when you do it. You do it behind a fucking avatar or some shit like that. Talking shit with one subscriber or whatever. No, man, fuck that. Nobody really believes that Tom Aspinall could beat John Jones. It would be an interesting fight. But none of you believe that. You want to believe it. And I just keep seeing the trend over and over again. I just keep seeing it over again. All these great black fighters, all these great black men, and there's always some white dude with his dick in his mouth. Always. Always some white dude with all his business down his fucking throat, down to the balls. And y'all got no shame in it. Y'all love that shit. Y'all love that shit. Because then if y'all win, y'all act like y'all weren't on his dick the whole time. And then when y'all lose, it's a fucking... y'all knew Stipe was going to lose because you knew John Jones was a fucking monster. You didn't know how John Jones was going to win. You just knew he was going to win. If John Jones fights Tom Aspinall, John Jones is going to win. Bar none. He's going to win. And is sadly probably going to win using Tom Aspinall's exact fucking method. Look, I get that you guys live within this delusion. Y'all got small penises, y'all crazy, y'all violent. Tom Aspinall isn't gonna have a gun inside of this ring. I don't think you guys are you guys only win when you got guns. Y'all don't win real fights. Do you get that? Do you accept that? But get John Jones's dick out your